One-on-one. You got me and Titch tonight. Here we go. Let's get into it. Can you tell that I'm rocking a mustache? So I had this, and like this has grown a lot more, but it was pretty, like I didn't shave it, but I did it without an attachment on my trimmer. So just, it got really close to it.
Yep.
And so it was basically just a mustache. And I went to work, and nobody said anything. Like not one thing. Like and I think it's because they didn't even know if I was rocking a mustache or not.
Right, because sometimes people might not say something because they don't want to like make you feel uncomfortable or whatnot. But I feel like people just don't think that you have a mustache.
Yeah, exactly. You can't see it. There's like nothing there. But because of that, like I think it's really fucking funny when I have a mustache. So I like to do it from time to time because I think it's funny.
Right.
But like I expected somebody to be like, oh, like random mustache. That's funny because random mustaches are fucking funny.
Yep, I agree.
But nobody said anything. I had to like address. I had a mustache. I was like, hey guys, easy. Like, it's just me. It's not Tom Selleck. And nobody. And someone was just like, oh.
You know it's bad when you have to tell people that you're rocking a mustache. Because like the mustache is supposed to speak for itself. You're supposed to look like the creepy, weird pervert guy.
Right. Which I thought I did. Especially with like not having a mustache. Like that's the funny part is I can't grow a mustache, but I have a mustache.
Does your facial hair grow in darker than your hair on your head?
Yeah. It's like black on my face.
It's me too, because like my hair's a little bit lighter than yours, but my facial hair grows in completely black. It's very weird. Like I remember somebody came into work once and I had like a little bit more of a beard and they asked if I dyed my beard. I was like, why the fuck would I dye my beard? It's such a weird question to ask me. No, I don't.
Eventually we might, like if we go gray and we want to hide it, you might do a little,
starting. You find any grays in yours?
Jazz has pulled one before.
You're only on the one stage. Right now I have like 4 or 5 spots that I know where one will grow. Once I pick it out in like 2 weeks, I'll find it back.
Getting there.
Yeah, it's starting. It's starting. I think I'm good up top though. I mean I can't see the back of my head, but I don't think I show any signs of balding. So if I just do a nice salt and pepper gray with the like good head of hair, I think that's a pretty good look when you get older.
Honestly, I'm pretty excited for it. Like cuz it doesn't seem like I'm going to go bald, like obviously I could, but it doesn't seem like I'm gutting. So having like gray like actual hair with like salt and pepper here, I feel like that's a really good look.
Yeah. Do you think?
I think of Danny Cordray in The Office. Like that's a good look.
That's a good looking guy.
That's a good look.
That's a really good look.
When he's like a younger model with the Janisport backpack. Oh, I don't know if that's actually.
Wait.
So I was like.
Is that The Office?
So it is, but it's a deleted scene. So like that shows the commitment I have to the show.
Gotcha. Because my brain was racking. I was like, wait, I don't think they showed that.
Yeah, it's a deleted scene. Michael, like when he goes to try to save the sale, he's like, oh, like where is he? Because Danny's obviously the salesman, and he's pitching before they get in, and they call Michael in to come help, and he gets there and he's like, all right, like, where's the guy? And they point at Danny and they're like, no. He's like, no.
No, that's just a male model.
And then, like, the deleted scene is, like, he actually is a male model back from when he was, like, 20. Yep. So it was, like, 30 years ago in one photo, and Michael remembers that he was the Janisport backpack model.
Okay. It's kind of like the chair model that he falls in love with.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Okay, like we're both pretty big Office guys. If you had to do a top 3 characters of The Office, who do you got in your top 3?
Oh, Jesus, on the spot.
I mean, it's tough. It's tough on the spot.
I need a second.
All right, I know one, and I feel like not a lot of people appreciate him, but when you think about it, you love him. Creed Bratton. Creed Bratton is 100% in my top 3.
I don't think he's not in my top 3.
He's in my top 3 because he's just so sneaky.
Honestly,
His like one line every episode is just so weird or creepy or funny. Like he just never remembers anybody's name that he's worked with for the past like 15 years.
yeah.
He's so
Yeah,
good.
but the hard thing with The Office is literally you could pick anybody. There's not one person that if you picked, I'd be like, no, that's fucking stupid. That makes no sense. You can pick literally anybody.
I think if you pick Meredith, like you're kind of a weird guy.
Yeah. I mean, but still, like, I get it.
Like nobody has Phyllis in their top 3.
Phyllis is underrated.
She's good, but she's not top 3 worthy no matter who you are.
No, she's definitely not top
So
3.
what you just said is false, that you could choose anybody in your top 3 and it's fine.
Well, not me, like, I mean, like, obviously, like, if a fucking girl picked Phyllis, like, I would get it.
Is that sexist?
Maybe. I don't know.
All right, so yeah, I'm going to start. I'm going to say Creed is in my top 3. Very very funny character. Doesn't get a lot of face time on the camera, but when he does, it's always gold.
Yeah. I think with shit like this, a lot of people don't pick who they actually want because, like it's almost cliche to pick Michael Scott. So people try to go with the aces in the hole, but like Michael Scott is absolutely in the top 3. In everybody's like top 3, he's in their top 3, whether they want to say it or not.
Yeah, he has to be. He made like for the first like 3 or 4 seasons before like other characters really developed. He ran everything. He was the show.
That was it. Because people were fucking weird. Everyone was just like shy and quiet at the beginning, like even during your interviews, and then like you said in season 4, season 5, like people really started to like actually talk and have roles. But before that, it was Michael Scott. That was it.
Michael Scott is in mine. And then okay, here's another thing because I feel like Jim Halpert, like I feel like I want him to be in my top 3, but I don't know if I can pick him because that's a cliche pick.
I mean,
he's just a really nice guy. Like I kind of like try to like emulate myself to be him because he like just does everything the right way.
Honestly, like if you want advice on a relationship, watch The Office, Jim and Pam.
It's perfect. Like everybody wants that relationship.
And it also can fucking teach you shit. Like like when they have to go to counseling and shit like that, like they go through so many different phases and it's like so real. Like, I mean, the show's great.
It really is. Whoever like came up with like the Jim like character development like probably was going through like a pretty crazy relationship himself or herself. And like just writing about that.
It's probably the person that wrote The Office was probably Jim. Does that make sense?
Like the real if you like go outside, like there's a real guy. Like I'm Jim. I wrote the show, and it's based on my love life.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was, really miserable, but to try to make myself feel better, I wrote The Office, and now I'm a millionaire.
Yeah. You know who I'm not? I'm not a big Kelly Kapoor guy.
Me either. She's funny, like from time to time. But
I mean, but is she?
I'm not a big. I think she can. Yeah.
Like Dwight is funny. Lost it for a second, but yeah. Like Dwight is like laugh out loud funny.
Yeah.
Kelly doesn't. Kelly doesn't make me laugh.
Yeah. You know who might be in my top 3, and this is like a shot in the dark for a lot of people, is Mose. I think Mose is in my top 3.
Mose is a great sleeper. Like Mose is so funny. Oh my god. Okay, I got another one that's kind of on the line of Mose. He's in
Wolf?
the later seasons, and he's like
Ralph.
No, not Rolf. Rolf is Dwight's best friend that hates Angela.
Yeah,
Uh,
Rolf was fucking funny.
Rolf is good, but it's the worker that like he gets like a beanie. Everybody gets a beanie from like Daryl's
Oh
girlfriend. He
my,
goes like, I really like
yep.
this beanie, but I don't know if it's just me because my head's really itchy. But I think this hat makes my head like really really itchy.
Dude, there was an episode, or like maybe it was a fucking. I've been watching a lot of deleted scenes lately, so it's getting mixed up. But there's oh, what's his fucking name? I gotta
That
look it
was
up.
just so much dead air.
I'm trying to think of his name. It's like I need to know what his name is.
Wait,
I
that
can
character
hear
that we're
him.
talking about?
Yeah, you know when you can hear it in your head, like you can hear it being said, but you can't get it. Like that's where I'm at right now.
I feel like if you hear it in your head, you probably know what the name is.
Debatable.
But yeah, you gonna just Google it now? So,
Yeah,
I wish I was good at just talking to myself, so I could kind of not let this air just kind of be stagnant while you look down and don't address the camera. So this is a perfect time that if you are watching this video, why don't you comment below or tweet at us with your favorite. Why don't you guys do top threes of your favorite Office characters to us so we can critique you and make fun of you? Because obviously ours are right and yours are wrong. And don't say Phyllis. Don't say Stanley. If you have Stanley in your top, Stanley's
no,
good, but
yeah,
don't put Stanley in your
no,
top
not
three.
a Stanley can't be Stanley. See, I keep going against what I said at the beginning. Like Stanley is definitely not a top three. So
What about
I'm wrong.
is you could say Todd Packer.
I don't like Todd. I mean, he's fucking funny, but
That's
like,
no, but I'm saying that's the cutoff. That's the borderline.
oh yeah,
Like if you have him in there, like we kind of question you in like your Office knowledge or what you think of the Office, but you can have Todd Packer in there.
yeah. That's. I mean, I respect you if you can pick Todd Packer because you know the show. If you pick Todd Packer,
Very true. Very true. Do you got?
I
mean,
typed in The Office cast, and
you're
there
going
was
through like the
he's literally
IMDb
not on
of
there.
Nate.
Nate. Yep,
There we go.
that's it. So, original story. Rewind like 3 minutes. Nate comes in is like, "Hey Pam, like I have to change out your power cord to this energy efficient power cord. Can I go onto your desk?" And Pam goes like, "Oh yeah, that's fine. You want a piece of candy?" And he says no very quickly, and then like stops and thinks about it, and immediately regrets his decision and gets wicked sad, but like can't ask for candy after he already said no.
I think that's a deleted scene. I don't think that made that hit the cutting room floor. But again, Nate he also does another thing where like what is he? Some like people are arguing and then it cuts to him and he's like, I don't know if I'm talking really loud or if it just sounds really loud in my head.
Yeah, that's with Andy and somebody, but yeah, like I don't know if I'm just not hearing you right, but like
Yeah.
I'm like I forget what he says, but I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. That's he is definitely if you do top three funniest characters, not of all time, but just like humor characters, he's in top three humor characters.
He's up there. Honestly, dude, it's like The Office I think is going to go down as one of those shows where it stays forever, like, you know, Seinfeld, Friends, a show like that, because shows like that have cameos of stars.
Yeah.
And you don't get that in a lot of shows. But The Office does. Like, you have Will Ferrell, Jim Carrey,
Ray Romano.
Ray Romano. Yeah. You have...
The CEO that not David Spade, but
I literally said David Spade in my head.
and it's sad that like we're trying to like talk how much we know The Office and now we're just fucking up.
Well, now we're talking about real names. So, like, I'm not a big real name guy. Like, I don't know a lot of actors and actresses besides, like, the big ones.
Yep.
So I'm not a big name guy.
Yeah, neither am I.
James Spader.
James Spader. Yep, James Spader.
Yep.
Kathy Bates.
Is he that big if we just had a tough time?
Dude, I think he's like known as like an extremely good actor. I think he's like very respected in the acting community. I'm also not in the acting community, so I'm just guessing.
And honestly, Steve Carell is a really big person in Hollywood now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And John Krasinski is now because of that. Did you see 13 Hours? Is that what it's called? The Benghazi movie?
Yeah, I did not see it, but that's on my my to see soon movie list. I really want to see
me too. I just got a Xbox One.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it was like a gift from a couple months ago, and it was like, so it's like the brand new one that's like, the memory is fucking massive. It's like 2 terabytes.
Yep.
It like just came out. It was like, you know, when they put out the Xbox 360, then the Xbox 360 Elite.
Yep.
Like I have the Xbox 360 Elite of the Xbox Ones.
So you don't ever have to like delete old information, because sometimes like I mean I only have a 360 now, but I have to go back and like delete some old games and save shit on my hard drive when I want to save new stuff.
Yeah, I used to have to do the same thing, but I don't think I'll like ever have that problem.
Okay.
But
have you been rocking it?
It's pretty. The one thing that fucking sucks about it is, you know, I think it's with every console now, but you have to download your game. So you have to, dude. I got it like 2 days ago. Went yesterday, bought some games, and then came back to play it, and I couldn't even play it last night. Like my internet was fucking up, but you still
because it takes a while to download the games. It takes like fucking 30 minutes.
Yeah, so I had to download the fucking game and then update, and it's a fighting game, so I had to download the fucking characters all separately. Yeah. Like, it took forever. So I couldn't even play it last night, but I played it today, and it was fucking awesome.
Can you tell a big difference between the Xbox One and the Xbox 360? 360?
Honestly, the game that I got, it's like a knockoff Mortal Kombat. So, like, you can't really tell. Like, the graphics wouldn't be very. It's like kind of anime-ish.
Okay. Well, speaking of Mortal Kombat, are you a Mortal Kombat guy, or are you a Street Fighter guy?
I don't think I'm either, to be honest. That's why I was comfortable buying a knockoff of both of those games.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
I think I'm more of I want to be a Street Fighter guy because I feel like it's more like raw. But Mortal Kombat, you have like the fatalities and like the blood and the guts, so that like draws you to it. You can like rip somebody's head off.
Yeah.
But I wish I was a Street Fighter guy, but I think I'm a Mortal Kombat guy.
Yeah, if I had to pick, I think I'd say the same thing. Like, it's fucking. I mean, I don't even know what it's called. What is it called? Street Fighter?
Yeah, Street Fighter. You never seen the movie?
No, I mean, I haven't seen the movie. I played the game though.
Have you seen the Mortal Kombat movie?
Long time ago.
That's a great movie. I think the Street Fighter movie, I feel like Jean-Claude Van Damme is in it. Because I feel like he was in every like 90s martial arts movies, and there was definitely the Street Fighter movie with him in it.
Again, I'm not good with the actors' real names. Like, I couldn't even point him out in a lineup.
I'm not going to try to explain to you who Jean-Claude Van Damme is. Like, that's not fun for people to watch.
No, that's good. That's good content.
That's ridiculous.
Just literally paint a picture.
I'm terrible at art, so I don't think that would go too well.
No. But yeah, so it's pretty cool.
So there's a plug, Xbox, Microsoft, free plug. Derick likes your product. So if you want to send the other guys of D&T your product to test it out as well, and then we can make a review video on that product, hit us up.
It's very cheap marketing. I'm sure your margins are very good. I'm sure you make a lot of money off your sales. It's probably only $160 for 2, so just cheap marketing.
Hey, Bill Gates,
right now for free.
Bill Gates, why don't you try to reach out to the market that you're trying to hit, the poor middle-aged man? He's being an asshole for not giving us fucking Xboxes right now.
Trying to like win over that demographic.
Yeah, like
It's
I'm getting
like
really
Trump.
pissed off.
No, it's like Trump trying to win over the black vote by eating KFC. Did you see that picture?
Yeah, he just has like his like fork and knife ready to dive in.
All right. Yeah. So do you like? I get the move. Like, and I want to say he was eating a drumstick, and if he's eating a drumstick, like that's fucked up because like a drumstick, you pick it up, it's like easy to eat one-handed. You can't do fork and knife. If it was any other, if it was like a thigh, a breast,
Really?
I get it. I get it.
Okay. I'm way different. I think anything that has like a grippable bone, you can't fork and knife it. Like a breast is
Look,
just a breast is a
I
breast. You
never
can cut through
would.
the breast.
Shit.
What?
We lost our momentum.
Yeah, because we were talking, I was talking, you were talking, everybody was talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't do like it's the equivalent of eating fucking buffalo wings with a fork and knife. That is different. Just because it's like a little bit smaller piece.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what I was just thinking.
That's ridiculous.
I don't think so.
Oh, we disagree on this one. But
Like,
okay,
are there ever times where you'll eat pizza with a fork and knife?
this is what I was about to say. Like, what is your cutoff of pizza, fork, and knife? And yes, there is. But it's very specific. I think my equivalent of eating pizza with a fork and knife is my equivalent of eating pizza with the fork and knife is if you have a chicken breast, you can eat it with a fork and knife. Anything else, you got to use your hands. And it's if you're eating like Chicago deep dish pizza, where it's like fucking 2 inches thick, and you can't really like. It's almost like a cheeseburger size, and it's easier to just cut the pizza than it is to eat it with your hands.
Will you cut your cheeseburger up?
Absolutely not. But you have the bun to hold everything in the middle.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, yeah, you can get fucking messy with a burger, but like, if you order a burger, you cannot eat a fucking burger with a fork and a knife. There's no fucking way. That's a handheld food, no matter what.
I think any food that has like a top and a bottom that are dry, you have to use your hands.
Like, you wouldn't make like a thick peanut butter and jelly sandwich and like properly eat that.
No, yeah, I mean you would. Were you gonna eat
any sandwich?
Make like a chicken Caesar wrap and then just like eat it in bites? Just eat a fucking salad, you dork.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh.
This is the second time that I've went to take a swig of this and it was empty. Thanks for tuning in, drinks and things, one-on-one. I absolutely love talking during these outros. I don't absolutely hate it. Subscribe, like, share, post, tweet, comment, do something. Fuck.